Hi, this is Ken. Just make sure you watch all the way through to the end. There's some really great information that Ryok shares in the conversation I had with him earlier. And also make sure you like and subscribe. I know population centers on this planet, and I'm guessing other planets as well, tend to go around different vortexes, like
Yes, yes,
LA,
exactly.
LA, Las Vegas, Portland. Um, Kind of going to some of the other vortexes that are located around North America. What would be like the vortex of like Seattle be be related to?
In many ways, it is connected to the idea of the energies of prosperity, the energies of wealth, abundance. And that's why the city is organized in that way. It's why many businesses are based there.
Makes
So,
complete sense to me.
yes,
Oh,
yes. So, all you have to do is pay attention to what a city is about, and you'll understand what the vortex is about. Whatever the city is known for, one of the reasons it's known for it is because it's drawing upon different frequencies of energies from the vortex. New York City is all about the idea of amplification, creativity, the idea of ingenuity, the idea of innovation, the idea of expansion, the idea of mixing different things together to see what happens, experimentation in that way.
what about Paris and in London?
They're both very different. Number one, they're not
Well,
similar, but we'll talk about them one at a time.
yeah.
We're just saying that so they're not lumped together because they're very different. Paris in general has to do with the energies of art, the energies of music, what you would call beings that are of the music nature, the muse quality, are drawn to that vortex. So it is an energy reservoir of creativity, of beauty, of self expression, of sensuality. London's a little bit different. It has to do with the idea of power, expansion, fire, which you
Okay.
can observe when you look at the history of these locations and
Uh,
what they are connected to.
yeah, that all makes complete sense. Not getting a complete understanding of how to look at things makes it a little hard to determine if what information I'm getting is correct. So thank you for the clarification.
The only way you'll know if information is correct is if you test it. Even though we're saying these are just ideas.
Yeah, no,
Try them.
I
Try them
I
on.
like applying the information I get. It's
Exactly, because that's how you know. Otherwise, this just becomes another religion, really. It just becomes adopting belief systems. It's the same thing as religion in that way. So do not take anything we say at face value. Test it for yourself. Try it on. See if it works. See if you get results. See if your experience aligns with our words. And that's how you'll know. That's what we advise. We do not want anyone to believe what we say because we have said it. That's not our role. All right?
no, I appreciate the clarification, and that's a great thing to always remind everyone of when they're um, because humans in general become very habituated into thinking one thing is the only thing that could possibly be the correct answer.
Yes. And that's part of the conditioning that you have all gone through, which is intentional to create separation. Because
Okay.
once one group thinks they have the only way, everyone else is not only an other, but they're also wrong. And in that moment, you have dehumanized the groups. It's
Yeah.
strategic. This is intentionally done. This has been done by governments, it's been done by world religions, and you remember this. That's why you see it as an unconscious pattern. This is conditioning that has affected your species' collective consciousness, your genetic expression, and your auric fields. You're all learning how to let go of this. This is why deconditioning is such a big movement right now in your contemporary cultures, because many of you are catching on to this. And that tactic will no longer work. This is all a part of your species really waking up to what it is, what its purpose is, and how you can all come together as a family by
So
realizing it's not as if one group is right and one group is wrong.
so going along the lines of religion. And so I know religions will stick around for a long time, even after full open contact actually happens. En masse, once we are given more of like our true history and what actually happened in those time periods, what will be the mass, well, on a more mass level, on a more mass conscious level, what will happen with a lot of people that are very fervently
They'll understand the true meaning of the religion. It won't be like the religion is worthless.
yeah.
Remember, all religions contain what you call front speak and back speak.
Yeah.
People will understand the back speak. They'll understand the underlying symbolism the religion is talking about. And they'll realize all religions are talking about the exact same thing. It's all the same current of energy manifested through the idea of different representations that different cultures and civilizations have given rise to. It's all the same thing. So people will begin to see that, and they'll relate to their religion, not as religion, but as spirituality.
So a lot of that fervency and a lot of like being stuck in one way of thinking will be let. I know some people will be very much stuck in that way of thinking, but you'll see more people move on from it or being
Exactly. Because you're all beginning to move on from it. Whether you're conscious of it or not, the energies that are resonating now with your planet are moving you all in that direction.
Okay.
So that's happening automatically.
Yeah, no, it's I went to church growing up because that's what my family raised me in. But I left when I was 15 because it just didn't feel right to continue on with something I didn't really believe in. So
Exactly. Yes. You came to your senses and you realized there was another way. You didn't just have to follow the momentum of an organization and a familial belief system. You could create your own path, and that's all right. That's what you're all beginning to wake up to. One of the things you will wake up to as a people is that many of you treat your own mind like it's a religion. And that will be your next self-liberation. Liberation from the dogma of one's own thoughts, that one's thoughts and one's perspectives are absolute truth. That's the next level. You're beginning to let go of that dogmatic approach in relationship to how you see external reality. And the next level will then be releasing that same mentality in relationship to how you see your inner reality. And that is when things will dramatically change on your world. That's what you're moving towards. And as you embody that change, it accelerates for everyone. Like we said, this is happening anyway. That's the nature of the energies merging with your planet. But the rate at which it happens is up to you.
this is helpful. It's yeah, no, this is really helpful. I've just because a lot of my family I see are stagnant in that way of thinking, and I've kind of heard this from other people, but it's good to have it kind of like the understanding reinforced or validated, I should say.
Yes. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
We are here to reinforce what is, so you can see reality as yourselves. So we're happy to do that for you and with you as a team.